Britt here, and you're probably wondering, where the hell are you right now? Well, friends, I am a couple hundred miles away from home in a Holiday Inn. It is 12:30 in the morning of Friday, and I am making this video because about 3/4 of the way here, while in the car, I realized that my Deus Ex Mankind Divided review that I have going live for you in about 5.5 hours, cannot go live for you, and it cannot be published because of an error on my end. I misinterpreted some of the embargo requirements, and thankfully I caught it before the video published. But unfortunately what this means is that my actual in-depth coverage of Mankind Divided cannot be released until Tuesday, August 23rd, which is the day the game actually releases. So in the meantime, friends, I just thought I would make a couple-minute video of yours truly talking in a Holiday Inn at 12:30, and I'm sure my neighbors are wondering what the hell is going on. Anyway, so I just wanted to take a minute. So Mankind Divided, and one of the reasons I want to make this video is because I'm just so excited. I've been wanting to talk about it for so long, and I feel like I can't because my video can't be published, so I'm making this. So yeah, it's a phenomenal game. I am so completely and utterly hooked to it. It's not even funny. When I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming about it. When I'm working, I'm thinking about it. I would rather be playing that game right now than making this video, honestly, and I even said that in my review. I have not finished the game yet. I'm about 25 hours into it, and so I feel like I have enough info to definitely make a solid recommendation, because I have put 25 hours into it. So I can say without a doubt that I believe the game is completely worth buying. I did get a review code from Square Enix, so I did not have to pay for this, but had I paid for this game, I would totally think that my payment was just based off of the 25 hours I've spent with it. One of the things that's interesting with me in this game is that I am completely and utterly hooked to it, like I've said 1,000 times during this video, but it's more so the gameplay than the story. And now it's not a knock against the story, it's just that I've barely scratched the surface of the story, so I can't really judge it and say I'm super enthralled with it because I'm not really into it yet. But the gameplay itself, I've been spending all of my time doing side quests and exploring apartment complexes and exploring huge banks and just exploring town and finding new ways to get around. And so if you haven't played Deus Ex before, I guess what you should know is that there's a lot of exploration involved. There's a lot of hacking, and there's a lot of finding different ways to get into areas that you don't think you can get in through the front door, if that makes sense. So, for example, I spent 4 hours of my morning, yesterday morning, doing a side quest which didn't involve 4 hours of exploration. It probably only required an hour's worth of gameplay, but I spent an additional 3 just exploring because it was just so freaking fun. And it was just fun finding new things and behind the scenes info. If you love snooping, you'll love this game because, it's there's a lot of snooping involved, a lot of hacking of computers, which consists of a fun little mini game. You get to hack computers and security systems and all these kind of fun, awesome things, and then you get to discover all this behind the scenes info and passwords, and it's so fun, and there's just so much fun things to do. So, yeah, I'm rambling. So let's just cover the basics, whatever, really quick. One, the gameplay is absolutely amazing, and it's so well polished, and it's just so much fun, and I'm having more fun than anything just wandering around and finding new ways to do different things and unlock new areas and talk to people and get their dirt. It's so fun. The combat itself is really fun. You are an augmented person, so you have all these awesome and rad abilities that you get to use, and those are really fun to tinker with. There is a skill tree, and you can choose which skills you want to obviously buff up. It's kind of like your typical RPG skill tree you would get. And there is gun combat. That was really hard for me to say. There is combat with firearms, and what I've learned the hard way is that it is not a wise idea to just run in guns a-blazing, because you will be shot and you will be killed very quickly. It's not like you're a sponge and you can absorb a whole bunch of damage. No, you will go down very quickly. So it kind of forces you to think stealthily, but it's not a bad thing, because I suck at stealth. I suck at stealth games, but I can do very well in Deus Ex because of the way the maps are all laid out, and the level design is just superb. What else? a few things that are a little bummer deal, whatever. There is some frame stuttering that I have experienced a few times. Sometimes it does slow down to a little bit of crawl, and it is annoying. It doesn't happen that frequently, but it does happen. There are some weird physics with the item manipulation system. So in Deus Ex, you get to pick up a whole bunch of stuff and like do what you will with it. And there was a point when I was trying to stack 2 garbage dumpsters on top of each other so I could reach a ladder, and every time this is dumpster 1, every time I would put like dumpster 2 on it, it would like start quivering and shaking, like having its own mini earthquake, and it would not let me stack them up. And I don't know if it's just not possible or it's a physics bug or whatever. Other than that though, I have to say, like, I'm just really digging the game, as you probably can tell, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who's considering playing it. I mean, just know what kind of game it is. I'm usually not one for, like I said, for stealth and action and gameplay. I'm more of a story-driven person, but this gameplay has just got me hooked. So it's really good. Oh, also, if you have not played, what's the first one? Human Revolution, like me, don't worry, there is a 12-minute catch-up video that you can watch. But even if you don't watch it, I think you can still understand what's going on in Mankind Divided. Anyway, okay, so before I completely repeat my entire review that's not coming out for a few days, I will end it now. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you appreciate this crazy hotel video. And I feel better now that I have been able to get this off my chest and I actually can publish it, because I want to talk about it with people.